Yeah. Sir, shall we start?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Great evening, everyone. So, welcome to third day session. I hope.
Sorry to interrupt. Recording is past. No, can you look at it?
Yeah, Ramesh sir. Yeah, I think it is started. Yeah. So, yesterday and day before yesterday, I know you have been very excited, and you are looking for today's session. Yeah, you all know Zoom etiquettes. The past 2 days you have been attending this session. So keep your videos on and pen and notebook ready. Without wasting much time, I would like to invite our next speaker, who is one of the well-known dietitian throughout AP and Telangana. He has been helping so many people across South India, and he has clients who referred by doctors also. So he has been into this field for almost 10 plus years, and he has been taking care of wellness sector in Beats Fitness Studio. So without wasting much time, I would like to invite Sagar sir onto the dais. Over to you, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Srinivas. So good evening, everyone.
Sir, slideshow mode button.
Yeah. Okay. Now it's okay.
No, sir.
No, it's not.
Play change. All of you keep yourself muted. You should not be disturbing the speaker. Thank you very much. Sagar sir, it is visible now. Yes.
Yeah, okay. So good evening, everyone. Let's get started. Today we'll be discussing about the next part from yesterday. Okay. Yesterday we have discussed about micronutrients, macronutrients. We discussed about how to assess the client, and from then we move on. Okay. So look at this statement. It's not the strongest of the species that survives, not the most intelligent, but the most responsive to change. Very fascinating statement about survival. When you look at the past, when dinosaurs became extinct, frogs survived, tortoise survived, because it could live in water, it could live in land, it could able to change itself. A small animal survived, the big dinosaur got extinct. It's very, very important that we respond well to change. How does this apply to our health? Take an example of COVID. See, when the country got COVID, most of them were into ventilators, ICU, complications, but there is a group which is not affected at all. And even the symptoms are very negligible. What do you think is the difference? It's not about the age also. We know there are most of the youngsters who went into ventilators and coma and lost their life. We have 50, 60-year-old who survived and nothing without any symptoms. What do you think is the difference? That difference is exactly the nutrition density in your body. And everyone in this call should promise yourself that you take care of your family genetics in such a way that the next generation is protected. It's all in your hands. How do you take care of body from 5 years to 25 years before you plan next generation? And the nutrition density inside the body, that's the dominant factor which would fight the change in the environment. Okay. And with respect to COVID, upper respiratory health, individuals who had great micronutrients that supports the upper respiratory tract, vitamin D, zinc, the vitamin C, they survived. People with very low or negligible amount of these micronutrients, they were under attack. Okay, this is with respect to every disease. That is why, as a coach, you need to recommend customized diet for your clients. You need to yesterday we have discussed about having BCA report, having blood works getting done. We discussed about knowing their lifestyle. We discussed about knowing their diet preferences. For example, if you are mentoring a person from Canada, you need to look at the climate. It would be minus 10 degree. Probably intermittent fasting best works for them. 16 hours per day, 18 hours per day, because the climate is so cool. Okay, so when you stay, when now that the summer, we are into summer, very closely the starting of summer in India, you need to look at a lot of B and C vitamins with respect to the climate, geography, and even with respect to a mixed cultural country like India, you need to look whether he is a non-vegetarian or a vegetarian, or he is a Jain, or he is a Muslim. Based on that, you need to plan how many days he need to get into veg, how many days he need to get into non-veg or completely vegan, based on the preference. You need to look into his profession. Maybe he might be an youngster who is working for a foreign company. He works in night shifts. Maybe who is all along the road, most of the time traffic police. So we need to look at all these things. So what is the idea behind customization? To make sure that you are addressing the client sensitivities. So based on that, if you provide diet this way, with minimal efforts, he sees the maximum result. You are addressing the whole health, you are addressing his genetics, you are addressing his environment, everything. This is why customized meal plans are extremely crucial for you as a health and wellness coach. Of course, you will be trained by your mentor to how to assess these things and how to give customized diet plans for your clients. So this is one most important aspect. Now, even on fundamental basis, this applies to our body. For example, in a family which has a 3-month-old child, a 10-year-old second child, or different child, or if you have a pregnant woman or a recovering woman, if you have someone recovered from surgery in your home, or someone from middle age, or someone from old age, someone is diabetic. So every mother in the family knows how to cook to manage the nutrition of everyone in the family. This is the wisdom from ancient years. This is what we are calling it customization, and to put it in technology words. Okay, so customization is an extremely important aspect these days. And what happens? We have discussed a lot about micronutrients. Why do you think there is a lot of deficiency with respect to micronutrients, though it's required in very small quantities? Human body is programmed for survival and has sophisticated mechanisms for addressing chronic shortages of micronutrients by rationing the use of proteins and functions that are essential to keep you alive, while sacrificing vitamin and mineral dependent proteins that are critical for long-term health. Say if someone is not giving enough micronutrients, what body does is, for body, your survival is extremely important. So it uses these little micronutrients for vital functions, and it compromises with all other functions. And that compromise will really kill your long-term health. Okay, ఇది తెలుగులో చెప్తాను ఒకసారి. మీ బాడీకి మీరు అవసరమైన న్యూట్రియంట్స్ ఇవ్వకపోతే, మీ బాడీ మీరు బతకడానికి, మిమ్మల్ని కాపాడుకోవడానికి ఏమేమి ప్రాసెసెస్ ఉన్నాయో వాటికి అన్నిటిని వాడుకుంటుంది. మీ రికవరీ, హీలింగ్ వీటిల్లో కాంప్రమైజ్ అవుతూ వస్తుంది. దీనివల్ల ఏమవుతుంది? ఈ రికవరీ అండ్ హీలింగ్ బాగా తగ్గిపోతుంది. కాబట్టి 80 ఏళ్ళు ఉండాల్సిన మీ ఆయుష్ 50 ఏళ్ళకి పడిపోవచ్చు. ఈ కాంప్రమైజెస్ అన్ని జరిగేది ఆ మైక్రోన్యూట్రియంట్ లెవెల్లో, ఆ మైక్రోన్యూట్రియంట్ ఆస్పెక్ట్స్ లో. ఏవైతే మీ లాంగ్ టర్మ్ హెల్త్ ని కాపాడుతాయో ఆ ప్రాసెస్ అన్నిటిని బాడీ ఆపేసి ప్రస్తుతానికి మీరు సర్వైవ్ కావడానికి ఏ ప్రాసెస్ కావాలో వాటికి వాడుకుంటుంది. ఇట్స్ ద సేమ్ ఫిలాసఫీ. మీరు ఇంగ్లీష్లో ఏదైనా ఒక పారాగ్రాఫ్ రాయాలంటే మిమ్మల్ని కొన్ని ఆల్ఫాబెట్స్ వొవెల్స్ తీసేయమన్నాను, AEIOU తీసేసి రాయమన్నాను. It will be very difficult for you to write the programming. So how do you write a program? You have to compromise on so many aspects. Body kuda ante anamata. And here you lose health. And you need about 30 micronutrients, equally as important as hitting your daily macronutrients. Now, everyone in this call, I want you to message me in the chat box. Do you really think you are getting all the 30 micronutrients in your diet? Be very honest with your answer. If you think it's yes, type yes. If you think it's no, type no. Yes or no. Okay. Most of them type no. Okay, so I would like to tell you a few aspects why it's no. It's not just no, it's a very big no. Let's get into quickly few aspects why it's no. Okay, first thing, most important thing, the effect of microplastics. The air that we breathe, the water that we drink has microplastics. Okay, so this is proven. This is the statistics given by World Health Organization towards the environment. Pesticides. There is a research conducted. It's there in the internet. They have tested randomly the mother's maternal milk, taking the samples from the maternal mothers. Most of the milk samples has more pesticide level in it, which means that the milk that the baby is fed by the mother post delivery, even that milk has a lot of pesticides. You don't need to tell about the rest of the things. And most of these pesticides are fat soluble, they stay in our cells. That is why we are always overloaded with toxins. Okay, third aspect. Of course, the primary aspects these days for the reason for obesity, diabetes, heart disease, cancer. See, our body is a super mission. You can't beat body's intelligence. It's far more intelligent and powerful. But the problem is you're not, if you don't give right ingredients, your body is not of much help. Those intelligence is not of much help to you. మీ బాడీ కొన్న తెలివితేటలు కొన్ని వందల సంవత్సరాల నుంచి ఎవాల్వ్ అవుతూ వచ్చిన మీ బ్రెయిన్ తెలివితేటలు అంటే నీళ్ళలో కంటికి కనబడని సూక్ష్మజీవుల నుంచి ఈ హైయెస్ట్ లెవెల్ బ్రెయిన్, దిస్ ఈస్ ఎవల్యూషనరీ ఇంటెలిజెన్స్ దట్ యు హ్యావ్, అండ్ it is more powerful than you to protect your body. But the problem is, if you don't give right ingredients, you can't help it. Say for example, the balance between fat, good fat and bad fat, omega-3 and omega-6. If omega-3 is 1 and if omega-6 is 5, that's okay, body could manage. It is estimated in India right now, if omega-3 is 1, omega-6 is more than 80, 1:80. Which means that we are giving lot of scrap for the body and body could not use it. Say for example, ఇప్పుడు మీ ఇంట్లో ఎవరన్నా కూరగాయలకు బదులుగా ప్లాస్టిక్ కూరగాయలు ఇచ్చారనుకోండి, దాంతో మీరు వంట చేయగలరా? Scrap మీకు బాడీ కూడా అంతే. When you give lot of omega-6 and very little of omega-3, body could not use that fat, which means that you're destroying your pancreatic health. Your body has to store it and you become easily obese. It will impact your genetics and you will get cancers, a lot help. So, and the food that we take, it is estimated that most of the food that we eat these days, especially the younger generation, the children, it is not fresh. It is a week older. అంటే 7 రోజుల కంటే ముందు తయారు చేసిన ఫుడ్ ని మనం తింటున్నామంటే ఇప్పుడు ఫ్రెష్ ఫుడ్ ఎవరం తినడంలా. This way your body pH is affected. Look at the balance in the pH. Fruits, vegetables, all this is like alkaline pH 8, 9, 10. Most of the coffee, tea, all junk food, cool drinks, all this is having acidic pH. So the more the acidic pH, the more your body is getting acidic at cellular level, the more the risk of cancers. That is why there is, cancer hospitals is the number one rush to hospitals to these days. 20-30 times increase in cancers in the last 5 years. And look at the simplest aspects. We're talking about the gross aspects. Look at the simpler aspects. Even the vessel cleaners that we use at home. Okay. 80% of the Indians use Vim. Okay. And when you look at the ingredients, most of these ingredients stay as residues on the plates and is causing lot of health effects. It's mostly digestive issues. Do you know that? These are very, very sensitive at the level of small children in your home. That's why even children has a lot of digestive issues. How many of you know about the dishwash that you use in your family? Is that safe? How many of you know it? And look at the floor cleaners. For most of the floor cleaners, have you checked the labels? One day it's not a problem if you're mopping the floor every day with these floor cleaners, because these volatile compounds that we breathe in and breathe out every day, that's causing a lot of lung issues, lot of cancers, and it is estimated that indoor air is 5 times more polluted than outdoor air. And the clean, it is very, we are having the impact of the Western societies. Previously, we used to mop the floor usually once in a week, usually on Fridays, in cultural aspect in Indian families. But now we used to mop it every day in most of the cities. No, there is no need. Okay, in fact, ఇంత క్లీన్ గా ఉన్న ఇళ్లలో ఉండే పిల్లలు చిన్న చిన్న మట్టికి తగిలినా కూడా జబ్బులు వచ్చేస్తున్నాయి వాళ్ళకి. దట్స్ నాట్ ఎ గుడ్ ఆస్పెక్ట్. క్లీనింగ్ ఈస్ గుడ్, బట్ too much of cleaning is also not good. Okay, so how many of you know how clean is your floor cleaner? And all these aspects, and this is just a little few aspects. There are hundreds of aspects. We didn't talk about sodium and potassium balance, which is the reason of a lot more BPs. We didn't talk about stress. We didn't talk about microbiome. There is a lot of aspects these days. That is why the industry is also shifting. Preventive healthcare is the new normal these days. It's not that we get into disease and we are getting, we are into a science where the technology is available that you can prevent the diseases into the future. That is the best part of it. Okay. And with these aspects, there is one important aspect for you as a health coach. That important aspect is supplementation. So with all these things, you must be knowing it's not easy these days to get all the 30 micronutrients in your diet alone. It's very, very difficult task. That's why you need supplementation. Supplementation is not just something that you take it randomly, whatever that is available. You need to get into health consultation. Your health coach should assess using your blood reports, using your immunity, using your lifestyle, diet, genetic parameters, and he has to prepare a supplementation plan for you. Otherwise, it's not of much use. It's a very big science. Okay, and supplementation is not new, especially with COVID. Even with the in remote villages, vitamin C supplements is being supplied by the government post-COVID. COVID వచ్చినాక మారుమూల పల్లెటూరులో కూడా వైటమిన్ సి సప్లిమెంట్స్ ఇచ్చింది గవర్నమెంట్, మున్సిపాలిటీ వాళ్ళు ఇచ్చినారు. సో సప్లిమెంటేషన్ is not new these days, especially with the incidence of COVID. But in WOW, we have made a big research and we want the best of everything. Even with the supplements, we have chosen the world's best brand. Okay, so why Nutralite is the best? There are about hundreds of reasons. Let me play you a short video to help you understand why we choose Nutralite.
When you think about how alive the soil is, there's a whole world beneath your feet. There's more microorganisms in the soil than really anyone is aware of. My name is Danielle Hawkins. I'm the farm manager here at our Trout Lake Organic Farm West location. The soil supports so much life, and it's an extremely important part of our environment and our sustainability. Once you realize that, you really start to appreciate it more and start to respect it. We do testing on all of our soils and all of our compost and all of our amendments that we add to our soils. We go out and take soil samples from each of our fields, and we send it off to the lab, and we get soil results. And so these are analyzed by the farm managers at the different sites. And you look at these soil tests to determine what you might be lacking in nutrients. If necessary, you can amend your soil with nutrients for optimal plant growth. We don't use any synthetic pesticides or herbicidic chemicals. Anytime you're putting a synthetic on the farm, you're actually not only killing the herb on the top of the soil, but you're also killing all the microorganisms underneath, which leaves you with a sterile soil. Whereas organic is promoting life in the soil, which promotes life in the plants and biodiversity. Look at the soils now versus the soils when we first started farming, you'll find that at all of our farms, the soils are in better condition than when we started. For me, creating a good, healthy soil is creating a sustainable future. We're creating a foundation and the ability to provide healthy, quality product for future generations.
Okay, just a second. Okay, so we are talking about saving soil now. They have started this 80 years before. They are visionaries. Yeah, let's get back to the presentation. Is it in presentation mode?
No, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, the last topic of today. Okay, and with all these things, with all these customized diet plan, with all these assessment, guidance, supplements, everything, one most important thing is building your own story. CMOS is creating my own story. See, when you look at the YouTube in the recent months, you see hundreds of stories in different fields, people standing up out of the competition in many fields. It's very important that you develop your story. Say, for example, everyone have our own communities. You don't believe it? Look into your phone contacts. Everyone would be having about 200 to 250 contacts, which means the 200 to 250 families. You would be known to 200 to 250 families. No, this is in the least case. So that's your community. Everyone, most of them in your contacts will be watching your WhatsApp status. Say for example, you transform you developed your vibrant health, lost some weight and developed some knowledge, and you create your own story. You had 250 families looking up to you. You're out of the competition in the 250 families. Now what happens? You had a lot of customers from your community. This is the first part. And this is starting. And now with all this story, your story and few transformations by you in your community, now you had something to share with the world. And if you know how to scale it in a right way, say for example, okay, this is an example. Say, if you're asking me, okay, on general basis with respect to WOW coach. Say I am a WOW coach, okay, and I help people reduce weight, the same time reverse diseases and create healthy aging for people from 15 years to 35 years. My goal is to transform or help 1 lakh families in next 5 years. If you create this as your bio, and if you start posting your story, your client stories, your transformation stories, using Wow as a platform, there is a tremendous opportunity that you scale your business and you stand out of the competition. This is how you need to be thinking. And this is just an example. There are hundreds of, every person can have your unique story, your unique bio. So you have mentors and coaches who can help you with that. Okay. So this is for today. We'll see with some other aspect tomorrow. Thank you, and back to Srinivas.
Yeah, thank you very much, Sagar sir. It was wonderful insights about customizing a meal plan and creating CMOS. Yeah, without wasting much time, we'll go to the next speaker. But before going to the next speakers, many people who have not turned on their video, can please turn on, because you are here for learning something and you may be treating this as career. So if you want this has to be career, you should be focusing. Okay, but if you're not in driving, or if you're not in outside, if you're outside, you don't need to turn on, but otherwise you can turn on the videos. And yeah, coming to the next speaker, she's a radiologist by profession, and she has been part of this WOW community for few years, and she's building huge community all over India and abroad. So without wasting much time, I would like to invite Dr. Sumalata onto the digital dais. Over to you, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you, Srinivas. Great evening, everyone. So this is Dr. Suma. So yesterday we have discussed about the root cause analysis and all. So today we are going to discuss about the science and philosophy of WOW. And yeah, along with that, we are going to discuss about few concepts of that that is going to reflect our healthy lifestyle. Let me share my screen.
Madam, presentation mode.
Is it
No,
visible,
it's
right?
not in presentation mode.
Okay, just a second.
Yes.
Is it visible,
Yes,
right?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. So yeah, all of us, irrespective of our age, gender, or our health status, what is our common goal? What do you think about your, I mean, I was asking about your health. What is your common health goal? You can drop in chat box. To be disease free, being healthy. Yes, actually, we all share one common goal, that is to live a long, healthy lifestyle. To live at a peak performance, both in physical, intellectual, and emotional views. And that is how actually when we divide a person's life into different age groups. In the age group of kids or teenagers, what will be our goal? We want to be at a peak performance, might be in the, like, we want to be very active, we want to excel in our sports at that age group, right? But when we enter 20s and 30s, what will be our common health goal? We want to just stay healthy, to raise our family, to be best in whatever we do. So that will be the major goal at 20s and 30s. And when we enter 40s and 50s, most of us will be striving to stay healthy. So we all will be running against we want to pay our kids education things without worrying about our healthcare bills and all. So we'll be running after our income, right? And when we enter the older age group, most of us want to take rest. We want to fulfill our minor bucket list things, and we want to travel the world. And some of us will be raising the grandchildren and all. Actually, if you think, uh, um, if you just think about your life, most of us will not live at our peak performance. Most of us. Can anybody tell why we can't live a healthy life? What are the major reasons? What are the major obstructing factors? You can drop. Job, pressure, yes, lifestyle, stress, food habits. Yeah. So actually, if we the most common obstructing factors are infectious diseases, because whenever the season changes throughout our life, we'll be facing some or other infections like the flus and the recent COVID-19, and a few of us will be suffering with metabolic or chronic diseases like diabetes, obesity, and all. And few of us will be having brain health related issues, like some will be suffering from depression, anxiety due to the work pressure and all. And half of us, most of us will have during our lifetime, we might be facing some or other muscle, joint, or bone related injuries, right? But actually, if you think, what should be the ideal longevity plan should do? It should prevent all these things, right? It should prevent the infectious diseases. It should solve the multiple health issues. It should, if anything happens to us, it should cure fast. And we want to return to full functionality quickly, right? We feel like that. But if you think, you feel like it is almost impossible, because until now there is no single cure for diabetes or obesity. I think you all agree. But actually, if you dig in depth, this longevity code exists in all our DNA. It is pre-programmed, and we can start using it right away. And that is biological clock or circadian rhythm. So that is nothing but each and every single cell and organ in our body, including brain, is programmed in such a way with some internal timetable throughout our life. And this includes the master program. And when we get exposed to daylight, every single cell in our body becomes very active and will be at peak performance stage. And during the night time, our body will become slow, and along with the sunset, our body will become slow, our metabolism will become slow, and the performance will reduce, and this night hormones will increase. And during sleep, what happens? Our body repairs all the damages that we have done during the daytime. So actually, what this longevity plan does is, it helps in fighting the infectious diseases, and helps in improving our immune function. It helps in optimum metabolism and detoxification, which helps in reducing the chronic diseases. And it helps in repairing what I have mentioned, the injuries, muscle, bone, or joint related injuries. This longevity plan will help in repairing all these injuries. And it helps in improving our emotional and intellectual performance. So when this all happens when we are living with the alignment of our biological clock. But most of us are not doing this. Let us take the example of a car. See, a car will have nearly 20,000 plus parts, including the small screws and all, right? When will the car run for, when will the car performance will be more like 2 lakh miles and all? When we, when we take care of it with few simple driving rules, and when we keep it in good condition by taking good care of it, right? So like that, we have to take care of our circadian car, that is our body biological clock. There are 6 simple rules to take care of this circadian rhythm. So the topmost first important point is you have to go to bed for at least 8 hours in bed, which includes 7 hours of restorative sleep. So what happens during night time, during sleep time? There will be few hormones and chemicals that will be released, so which will help in repairing and rejuvenating our brain and body. So sleep is a very crucial thing. And second one is, most of us will be like, we have to go to office, so we will be eating the first meal as early as possible. But that is not the thing which we should do. Actually, we should avoid eating at least 1 hour, for 1 hour after getting up, because even after getting up, our organs will not be full awake. The night hormone should reduce, the day hormones should increase. Our digestive system should become active, and then only our body will get better control on the glucose, and it will improve the digestion. And third important point is this time restricted eating. So at least we should give rest to our body, minimum of 12 hours and maximum of 16 hours, so that the blood pressure, the blood glucose levels, and immune system, everything will start to align in track. And the fourth important point is we should be able to expose to sunlight, because nowadays after COVID-19, vitamin D importance, we came to know about it more, right? It reflects our immunity. It synchronizes our brain and body rhythm. So it reduces the depression, it elevates the mood, it improves our immune systems and bone and joint health. So vitamin D is very crucial. So we should be exposed to sunlight for at least 30 to 60 minutes in a day. And fifth point is daily exercise. So at least 30 minutes of brisk walking or physical activity. These help in reducing the risk of injuries. This help in reducing the risk of injuries to muscle, bone, and joints. And last and very important point is 2 to 3 hours before going to bed, we should not be taking any food, and we should not even expose to bright light. We should dim our lights actually, because if we eat before going to bed, it will not improve digestion. It will create this digestion issues, acid reflux problems and all. So when you stop eating food before 3 hours, these all will be corrected. And when you dim down your light, the night hormones, that melatonin, will start increasing, and which helps us get restorative sleep. So how the circadian rhythm can be achieved? So he is a Japanese scientist, Yoshinori Osumi, who was awarded Nobel Prize in the year 2016 for a wonderful science called autophagy. So autophagy is nothing but, auto means self, phagy means eating. So it's nothing but our body starts consuming its own cells when we induce a stage of fasting, prolonged fasting hours. So because of that, it will start consuming its own organelles, and even it helps in it helps in delaying and preventing the occurrence of neurodegenerative diseases like Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, and it also stimulates production of few hormones called growth hormones. They help in regenerating fresh cellular materials and fuels up cell renewal. And in infected stages, it starts engulfing the bacteria and viruses and makes our body germ-free. And it also helps in treating many cancers. So how Wow Community is related to autophagy is, we do not really make you fast, but we we create the ratios of food in such a way that mimic your body to enter the stage of fasting. So that how it helps is it repairs your body at the cellular level. It prolongs the life of your cell. It reduces inflammation, and it helps in you live longer. And it also helps in treating many lifestyle diseases like type 2 diabetes, and cardiomyopathies, and also hypothyroidism, PCOD, and all we have discussed yesterday, right? So autophagy, the process of cellular self-digestion. So what is now I'm going to just tell about the philosophy of WOW. So we focus on three more important points, that is family time, fun, and just a second. Yes, sorry, some emergency. Yeah, so we focus on three important points, that is family time, fun, and fitness. So I have already stressed on Ikigai Club yesterday. So we not only design your meal plates, and we not only mentor you, we not only track you, because one point you have to remember here, that food is not only the important factor. Of course, 70% part is played by nutrition, but 30% part definitely involves relieving your stress levels, improving your sleep, and a little bit of physical activity. So here we design a wonderful morning routine. By the combination of this nutritional corrections and a morning routine, you will be achieving the tremendous results. So tomorrow we'll discuss in detail about that Ikigai Club and also our app related things. Over to the host.
Words to financial literacy and financial education. And the 6 words again are income, expense, asset, liability. And the last 2 words are the words cash flow. And that's why the game is called cash flow. And the secret to being rich is not a college education, but can you control cash flow?
Yeah. So thank you very much, Suma ma'am. We'll go to the next speaker. You have been the man behind all these things. We call him Guru, legend. Actually,
Thanks, Srinivas. I'll talk. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I got introduced twice already, so no need.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you. So did you introduce yourself? Because I wasn't there when you were talking.
Yeah, I forgot to introduce myself. Yeah, I'm Srinivas. I work for a company, government organization. Nowadays, it is a dream job for most of the people. But I became part of this company, part of this WOW community. And I'm lucky to be part of this community, because with this, yesterday, Naren sir was discussing about 2 things. One is linear income and second one is residual income. So I was fascinated by that second income. So because of that, I got connected to this community. Yes.
That's good. See, I just wanted Srinivas to talk about himself. The reason being, he, at a very young age, he got selected into one of the top companies, government sectors, which is considered to be a dream job for many people. Okay. So people who are into certain jobs at that designations, connecting again to a community and creating an impact, building a side hustle, that needs some material. entrepreneurial material. Not everybody does that. So actually, we are absolutely proud of people like Srinivas, and yeah, we are absolutely proud of many people who have been there with us for the past maybe 2 days. I mean, I know the meetings that we are doing are in kind of odd hours. Again, this is not a weekend. Again, this is not a holiday, but still you're connecting, you're investing your time. Yes, this is not spending time. I think you understand the difference. You're investing your time. There are so many women in the call. It could be a real big interference between your kid time or your cooking time. So still you're making it happen. So I totally appreciate your interest, effort. Make sure that you get the most out of it. Whatever Dr. Suma just spoke about, autophagy, the science of autophagy, the concept of the circadian rhythm, the philosophy of wow, the science of wow, the Ikigai Club, all these, we are trying to give you the taste of what exactly, the flavor of what exactly this community is all about. You definitely are not going to get the depth of it. You can get the depth of it only when you get deep into it, right? By sitting on the shore or by just touching the water, you cannot feel the depth of it. So I mean, we have been in it for past so many years. Now, our objective is, my objective, in fact, is as Robert Kiyosaki just mentioned, the objective, why we are trying to do all this, to understand the concept of cash flow, to build your own system. I think we spoke a little about it yesterday. ESBI. We diverted most of our energies, almost all of the life. Many youngsters do the same mistake again, generation after generation, diverting all the energies into the quadrants called as E and S. But even if one person in one generation diverts energy into B quadrant, the game is over. All it needs is one decision to end your generational curses of mediocrity. In my Khandan, that was me. And all it took was few years. So yeah, you can become a consultant, you can become a good coach by helping people to become lighter, help them shed some weight. That's all good. But I want you to have some bigger cause, a bigger vision, bigger, see, let me help you understand. See, that's what is the schedule that I prepared for today. Trying to understand the bigger cause, the purpose. So what exactly could be the purpose? Identifying the purpose. So many people think, why should we do all this? We already have some job, or we are just here to maybe build or help some other people to lose some weight. I'm pretty happy with whatever is happening in my life. I'm in fact very busybody, like 9 to 6, 9 to 7. I don't find time for all this, but still, because I'm getting some inquiries, I want to, anyways, I have to divert them to the community. Let me also build a little. So people don't really get, I mean, Aristotle told, I mean, he had this famous saying, it all begins from the understanding of thyself. It all begins from the understanding of yourself. So what is this understanding all about? Let us consider a situation, not touch wood, God forbid, it should not happen, but still, for the sake of giving you an example, helping you understand, let's take this scenario. You die. touch wood. Okay. Not going to happen because it's in our community. Don't worry about it. Okay. You die. You go to heaven. See, I gave you very good discount there, not hell. Heaven. And you met the whoever is there, okay? Because none of us are experienced in that category. We never built a community there. So somebody you met there, and that person told after looking into all the calculations, oh my goodness, we did a mistake. You got 1 more year. You're not supposed to be here. We got 1 more year. We are sending you back onto planet Earth, your home. Now you know that you got 1 more year. Now what will you do? Will you immediately go back, to your home and saying that, my goodness, I've got so much of work to finish in my office, so many files to do, so much of project. I need to make sure that this year I need to get that appraisal or XYZ. Will you think even not 1% in that angle? Does your office even come into your picture? If the answer is NO, you got your purpose. You discovered your purpose. What do you want to do in that 1 year? Where exactly you want to spend time? Number 1, let me tell you, with your family, obviously. Number 2, doing something that could secure them even more. Number 3, if there are some little dreams or adventures that you wanted to finish, you might even look into it, maybe travel around, you get it. This is what we are born for. This is called as purpose. And creating a dent while achieving it. See, there are 2 things, okay? When I was typing this curriculum, when I was preparing the curriculum, I wrote something called as goals, right goals. So people might be wondering, goal itself is good, right? I mean, what is right goal? What is wrong goal? Yeah, definitely there are wrong goals. Wrong goal is something which doesn't take you to these destinations. Think about it. See, when you get into a car and your objective while getting into car is to go to Pathan movie. You got into car, you wanted to go because after so many years, SRK live again, okay, that moment itself sends chill up our spine. I don't know about you, for me, okay. So watching him on the big screen, so you got into your car. What is the objective here? See, car is not the objective, road is not the objective, Pathan is objective. If you are driving, but you're not going to Pathan. Now relate this to our life, okay? We got into a vehicle. That vehicle is called your, whatever you're doing right now, your activity. Some call it job, some call it business, some call it profession, some call it whatever name you call it. That's a vehicle basically, right? It's a vehicle. That's what I used. That's what this book spoke about, indoctrinated. So that degree, whatever, that degree is your vehicle. We got into the vehicle, but why have we chosen the vehicle? The vehicle is just a means. Vehicle and the road, they are just a means to take us to our destination. So once in a while, now and then, we should really introspect. Are we in the right direction? Are we headed to Pathan? Is Pathan there in the theater or not? You get it? So many people, when I hear the answer, I'm busy, that means people are like, I'm busy in the vehicle, I'm driving, I'm driving, I'm driving. That is not why you are born for. Our goal is not the road. Our goal is not the car. Our goal is some destination on which we should have a clarity on, right? So for that, we need a cash flow. So how does the community help that? How did it help Naren? Okay, so how did it help people like Srinivas? One sec, guys. Yeah, Srinivas or whoever. I mean, Rahul. You saw the host yesterday, Rahul, and day before. I mean, day before yesterday it was Rahul and Dr. Suma. All these people. So, what do you need to do to become a big consultant, to start this cash flow? For this, first thing you have to understand is the concept of disruption. The concept of disruption. Okay, how many of you know about disruption before? Can you give some example if you have already know? Okay, see the yeah, we have definitely. Even I have had some experiences of what to say, reading about it, but the real big clarity I got it when I attended a workshop in IIM Ahmedabad. IIM picked some entrepreneurs from the country, and I was fortunate enough to be one among them, and I attended a workshop in Ahmedabad. And there, I think one professor, his topic was disruption, the idea of how the world has changed. So the example that the professor gave, I'll just quote you the same example. He said, Kodak. Everybody knows the name Kodak. At one point it had become a part of so many people's family. Kodak moment. Abhi to we call it as cheese, but at that time many people used to call it as Kodak moment, right? So group photo, Kodak, and Kodak was a company. It was one of the top 10 companies on the planet in 1980s. The biggest business for them was filmmaking. But unfortunately, what they did not foresee was the photography business was slowly getting digitalized. First came digital cameras, then came camera in mobile phones, then people stopped buying reels. And 2012, Kodak applied for bankruptcy. A company which was top 10, under top 10, became bankrupt by 2012. Think about it. Now the question is, did they not know this before? You'll be surprised if I tell you that the first person to kind of innovate the digital photography was an engineer from Kodak. He was an employee in Kodak in 1975, but Kodak did not take it seriously because they thought that picture was not clear. That was taking 30 seconds or so. If I take a picture, immediately it'll appear, right? But in that camera, it was taking 30 seconds in 1975. Digital picture, I'm telling, no reel. And even the camera was very big, robust, and it had to be displayed only in televisions with lots of wires. So immediately Kodak said, no, this is not going to work out. And many big newspapers printed it as a joke, like it was a nice feature, but please save it to yourself. Don't bring it out like that. And the company went. I mean, these are the kind of things that so many people do, because I showed the same concept that I'm talking to you to many of my friends when I began my entrepreneur journey. And many people told that, Naren, you're committing a suicide in your career, because they were so married and they were in honeymoon with the concept of career. So I divorced career before I got married. You get it, right? I mean, my mind is like that. I think a little like a rebel, because when I see some ideas like that, I want to jump in and give it the full shot. Even if I lose 2 years, chalo, Kuchna Yoga, right? So I'll just share with you this, what is happening in the world right now. So in the last 100 years, the world has changed so much that it has seen some revolutionary changes in technology in many aspects that were not there, I think 500-600 years back. Now the question is, in the more than this last 100 years, a century's change is going to happen in the next 5 years. And this is 2021 or so, 2022 stat. That means by 2026, 2027, I'm going, that's what we are talking about here. So even in health, this is going to happen. So are you prepared for a future of radical disruption? So you're all coaches here, you're all entrepreneurs. Are you prepared for this? So for this, you need a new set of skills. See, the problem here is not survival. Roti, kapda, makan will never be a problem for you. I guarantee that. For none of us, roti, kapda, makan will be a problem, because somebody will employ you. The problem is, there's a difference between surviving and thriving. You get it right? Surviving and thriving. Ante అద్భుతంగా జీవించేకి ఊరికనే ఉండేందుకు చాలా తేడా ఉంది, రైట్? సో how do you thrive in this world? What exactly you should be doing in this radically changing world to become a consultant? Because even health business is changing rapidly. I gave you the example of Healthify Me. It wouldn't have worked maybe 15 years before, because people were not so focused on health at all, right? So Healthify Me or another app, even our app. So once you're becoming a consultant, how does the future look? So what is the change that Naren is basically talking about? This is the kind of change. This is I just giving an example. She lost her job during COVID. She is one of the most popular health consultants in our organization. She reduced her weight. This was her last year's one of her income checks I'm displaying to you. Her husband got his diabetes reversed. She got her obesity reversed. They became their own testimonials, their own brands. And they also had that entrepreneurial material, like I mentioned in the beginning. They wanted to build their own community because they saw enough. They thought, I was very happy. I'm an assistant professor in engineering college, but suddenly COVID happened. She lost. That's what is called disruption. Nobody expected that. Because of COVID, so many things happened. Like many people, many businesses shut down. Many businesses thrived. Example, Zoom. Nobody knew that people will take this online seminar so seriously. So Zoom became a multi-billion company overnight. So that's what disruption is all about. And people like her, we are looking for people like her who are ready for this kind of technologies. So she started connecting to people left, right, and center and giving them solutions with our mentorship, with their coach. And she became a master coach. And money is a byproduct. Wherever there is a problem and you are giving a solution to a problem, money will come like, it's like when alcohol is being prepared, molasses is a byproduct, right? Please, am I right?
No idea, sir.
When I saw your expression, I thought you are going to explain in detail. Okay, you వచ్చి unmute చేసుకొని no idea, sir. అంటే okay, some engineering concept. Okay, molasses is a byproduct. అంటే మనకు ఏదన్నా ఒకటి టార్గెట్ చేసినప్పుడు something will come as a side product, right? Like that, money comes as a byproduct here. You will not target money, you will target your community, the well-being. So how do you do that? How should you be doing that? See, first thing you have to understand here is there is a parent brand. The name of the parent brand is WOW, Warriors of Wellness. Because initially, I mean, we called it World of Wellness, then we changed it to Warriors of Wellness. Because people who know me, they know I'm fascinated with war. I'm fascinated with the term war. I'm fascinated with fight, all these things. Because it takes something, it takes strength to build something, right? So we are all warriors when it comes to wellness. So this is the parent brand. But the platform is all set. Now you are all a part of the community. Now there comes another brand, like Sagar was mentioning, which is your brand, personal brand. So how to build your personal brand? Let us spend a little time on that. Parent brand is already there. App is there, brand is there, philosophy is there. We'll teach you, you will learn so much of stuff, and environment is there. Platform is set. Now the question is how to build your brand. Because building a brand, your own brand, is the trend of 21st century. Your own brand. That is she built her own brand. Now people know her like, wow, she used to be Pushpa assistant professor. Now she is the Pushpa. You understand? Pushparaj, right? Like Allu Arjun. She became a brand. How much time it took? 1 year. So what do you really need to build a brand? See, it might take 6 months, it might take a year, it might take 2 years, doesn't matter. For everybody will make the money in proportion to the value of their brand, right? So how I'll just tell you some snippets from how she built, or how some top community people in my organization or brands in my organization, how they built, or how they are building, or how I built. Okay, very, very simple things. Because I found this doable, I'm enjoying and doing it. Now the question is, I don't know whether this will be tough for you or easy for you. I don't know. You only should take a call. Number one thing, first of all, the person, whoever builds the brand, should have a story. Some story. Because you are not a marketing executive. You are not employed by WOW. You are not selling something. These are some things that you really need to understand. My kid is playing with the lighting here. Yeah. Okay, sure. 1 minute.
The charger fell off.
Okay, leave it. So we were talking about what were we talking about?
Story.
Puli story. Story.
Own story.
Was I telling someone's story or
Own story. Creating their own story.
creating their own story, right?
Salesman
Yeah,
kaadu,
yeah.
your employees kaadu, right?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. We are not, I mean, people think, if you're thinking, okay, do we need to sell something? Do we need to sell? You have to understand, first of all, you have to come out of that mind. It's all about storytelling, having a self story. Good, thanks, ma'am. So this era belongs to storytellers. Do you know the topmost skill required? I think they, in this book, I don't know. There is this is one more popular book by Ankur Warikoo, Do Epic Shift. In this, he he has presented the top skills required in this century. The first skill he mentioned was storytelling. So we guys easily relate with that. So what exactly is storytelling? Whatever I am talking to you is storytelling. Storytelling is, I'll just give you a very simple example. I'll take maybe someone's Gopal, unmute. Can I unmute you? Yeah.
Yes, hi.
Yeah, hi Gopal. I'll just ask you a question. Try to answer.
Yes, sir.
Can you explain some highlights of the budget that Nirmala Sitharaman presented yesterday or day before? I don't know.
Sir, actually, I don't know anything, sir.
Okay,
I'm
you
not,
don't know.
I'm not
Okay.
interested in that.
That's very good, because even I don't know. I just wrote the question.
Okay.
Okay. Had we been interested in all these things, we wouldn't have built a community at all. Okay, fine. Now the second question to you is slab for 7 lakhs. Okay, Deepa, we will talk later. Slab for 7 lakhs, no tax. Okay. Deepa, connect to me and maybe we can talk later. Yeah. Next question to Gopal.
Yes, sir.
Is yours a love marriage or arranged marriage?
Yeah, love marriage.
So can you tell our question? If I ask him the question, maybe the seminar time will not be enough. He will tell with the ultimate excitement what happened, when it happened, what happened from the bride side, what happened from his side, the chase, X, Y, Z, police, if at all they were there. Okay, don't think that, okay, now he is happily, they're all together. He has a son, right? Papa, no, daughter.
No, sir, 2 kids. First son and then now daughter.
Oh, son, daughter. Okay, fine. Okay, so everything, happy ending.
Yes.
But my question is, if I ask him about his story, what happened in his life, why when he said, when I asked about a country budget that happened just day before yesterday or yesterday, I don't know, he said, no, I'm not interested. Even after 1 week, he will not be interested, or even if he by hearts it, he will not be in a position to put it exactly, because that is not his story. Anything, Gopal, now you can go on mute. He's all prepared to share his love story, maybe. Okay, see, that is the power of a story. Story is something that, first thing, it is yours. Second, you trust it. You don't have any questions on it. You don't have even a speck of doubt on it. And you don't convince people with a story. If somebody asks me about few things about myself, I'm Naren XYZ, and if that guy is not ready to believe that, I don't even bother about convincing him. You get it, right? I think, oh my goodness, this guy doesn't even, if you say that this is not yellow, I would just laugh and go. That's it. I'll not even try to prove to you that this is yellow, because my time is being wasted. Right? So this is that simple. Once you, that's why I showed you Pushpa's story. Pushpa before, after. They have lost a job. After that, they got a powerful story to share. Number one. Number two. Okay, you have a story. We'll help you build a story. It could be a story in your house. Maybe you'll work with a coach in building a story. Now, a health testimonial. That's what I mean to say here. And what happens next? All of us have connections. We call them as network. Right? We are all social beings. If some people say we don't know many people. Okay, I'll take you out and maybe I'll drop you and your family in a forest. Can you live the rest of your life there? Answer is no. You want people. You know that you know people. You will spend your time with people. The thing is about how can we connect with more people? Developing few more connections. Even I was an introvert, but I learned this skill of connecting to people. How 10, 15, 20 years back, it would have, maybe I don't know, difficult, but everything is in our favor. Open WhatsApp, people post even their mirchi in dosa or chutney. Everything is there in WhatsApp, right? So they are giving you an opportunity to connect. You can just send a message, hey, not ridiculous messages, some meaningful, maybe saying, hey, that was a nice dress in your in the party that you're wearing in the picture. So genuine comments only. Okay, no marketing, please. Try to connect, try to appreciate. We used to hide all those before. Now let's be a little open. So connect to more people. Before I used to just see the stories and keep quiet. Now some ma'am puts a status in Pathan. So I say, wow, did you watch the Hindi version or the Telugu version? You get it, right? Some connection. Nothing related to business, boss. Nothing related to community, nothing related to health, nothing. No, I just want to build a connection. I think, I don't know whether I mentioned this yesterday or not. The more you are seen, the more they see you, the more they recognize you. This is a mantra of business. You should be seen. That's it. You should be seen. Slowly, 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 they connect to you. That is how you are shopping today without your knowledge. Some people entered your mind and they hacked your mind and they're making you shop. Right? The algorithms run like that. Facebook, Google works like that. What I am trying to tell, try to build some genuine friendships, connections. Okay, connect to people. Number 3, converse. Develop conversations, build conversations. Okay. Here, I don't want to be little general here. Let me be very specific. We have some numbers because yesterday I promised you that I'll be telling about the work here. So the major work in this business is conversations. 10 conversations for an average growth, 20 conversations for a meteoric growth. Pushpa, people like Pushpa did more than 20 conversations a day. So what is a conversation again? What is a conversation? Conversation is a conversation. Okay. If you are directing it to some specificity, then no, I don't want you to, don't have any ulterior motive behind. You have some agenda, but you're talking something because you want to bring something after 30 seconds or 40. No, don't do that. Have a genuine conversation with people. Like I just mentioned, I just spoke. First connect, maybe take some numbers, build your network, then start conversing with people. Out of those conversations, few conversations will become transformational conversations or deep conversations. Transformational, we call them as transformational. Entire world's business boils down to few transformational conversations between few people. That's it. Prapanchamlo na vyaparam mottam, all the companies, you take any company, they boil down to transformational conversations between two people, two vice presidents of two companies. That's it. What is a transformational conversation? A conversation that happens a little deep means, for example, I have a person here, maybe, yeah, Manini, he is here. Manini, where are you from?
I'm from Assam.
Assam. Which place in Assam? Silguri? No.
No, Jorhat.
Johat.
Yes.
Johat. What do you do?
I am building my entrepreneurship business right now.
Right
and
now.
a beauty advisor. Yeah.
What advisor?
Beauty advisor.
Oh, beauty advisor. That's good. So, for example, I saw Manini's status maybe on New Year Eve telling about health resolutions, fitness revolutions. I saw it. Maybe I note down that, oh, this girl is interested in health. This girl is interested in fitness. Maybe after a month or so, I might start a conversation on, so how is it happening? Did you join any fitness club? I remember you posting that kind of flyer. So that, don't you think that conversation is going a little deep or not? Because it's her area of interest. I'm also interested in that particular area. We both start conversing. That could transform into a transformational conversation, because till that time, even she had observed my statuses on weight loss XYZ, she might not have come up with a, what to say, some people will be hesitant to talk first. So maybe you talk first. Immediately, they might even vomit. They might ask, hey, I also was, waiting to talk to you. I wanted to ask you about all those statuses. How come, is this really possible? Can people lose that kind of weight in such a short time? The conversation becomes transformational. And after that, what do I recommend, Manini? I might ask, hey, okay, see, it seems you're interested in some weight loss. Can I know the exact reason why you want to do that? Okay, do you have some health issues as well? Are you under any kind of medication? So I'll have some genuine conversation. After that, I recommend, okay, fine. If you're really serious about it, chalo ek kaam karenge. We'll try to get a consultation with an expert. But they would give time only if they have a blood report. So these are the report needed. I strongly recommend you to first download the app. There is a video experts video is there in the app feed section. Watch the video, you'll get an understanding of the science basically. And meanwhile, you also get the blood report done. I'll try to fix a consultation. This is the work. WORK. If you ask me, Naren, kya karna padega humko? What's the work that we are supposed to do? This is the work. Build some connections, try to converse. In those conversations, some people will connect to us more at a deeper level. They become transformational conversations, and they actually turn into blood reports. That's where the journey begins. I think tomorrow the doctor is going to talk about the blood report evaluation part also. What are the simple values that we need to be concerned about? This is the work. Now you must be wondering, okay, if this is the work, where is the money? That is a result. That is default. If you ask me about the work, this is the work. And once the reports come, consultations, this is all like autopilot. Everything is systematized. There are videos for this. The app will have a video. Everything is automated. You will connect to a client, you send that video, okay. Tracking their meal plates, the app. Tracking their water, the app. Tracking their, everything is automated. That's why I told you, the Healthify Me, it's your Healthify Me. So we have built a platform for you to build your own enterprise, simple. But to bring in the community there, the basic has to be done by you. This is the work I mentioned. Building some connections and ever expanding connections. And for that, you can choose any platform like social media, Instagram. I'll introduce to a few people right now who are masters in Instagram. I think yesterday, who did I introduce to? Sandhya ma'am. Day before it was Manju. They are not so huge on Insta, but the people I'll be introducing to you today, they are huge on Insta. Even their teammates are huge on Instagram right now. So it is like, if it is your strength, use it. If it is not, don't worry about it. Either way, we can build your brand. Simple, right? So result is, you don't worry. It's like how Lord Krishna says, do your duty, leave the rest to me. The same thing here, okay? Whoever does, what is my dharma here? I need to do lots of conversations. That's what she did. She connected to more people, Pushpa. She brought in more blood reports. She was instrumental in transforming many people's lives. I think our community size is right now close to 3,000. So she has a team of coaches, her team of coaches, all the clients converting into coaches. So it is that simple. The same thing can happen to you guys as well. So today, I think we're running late. Let me introduce to you one of the super coaches for today. Naresh and Anusha, who got into the community as a couple. And they are, this is Naresh. So this is his transformation picture. And Anusha's Naresh, can you show your wives? Oh, this is Gopal. Yeah, this is Anusha, his wives. So as a couple, they both entered. As a couple, they both followed the plan. They created their own stories. They're rocking in the community. Naresh, over to you. Can you?
Hi, sir. Good evening, sir.
Yeah. Good evening, Naresh. I think your video is like some Matrix movie. And is it because, or maybe do you need to sit somewhere else?
Yes, sir. Just a second, sir. We are connecting with one more guy.
Yeah. So మీకు ఐ థింక్ టుమారో ఆ పర్సనల్ బ్రాండింగ్ లో ఇన్స్టాగ్రామ్ వీటి గురించి ఇంకొంచెం డెప్త్ టుమారో ఐ విల్ బి టాకింగ్ అబౌట్ దట్ a little more on that, and tomorrow we'll dedicate some time to questions and answers, FAQs, general FAQs, or if you have got some FAQs, don't hesitate at all. Maybe Roj, you can write the questions, or tomorrow on the spot you get some question, you can ask whatever. We will handle some questions. And Ikigai Club, the morning club, the magical morning club, why we are running that, what does it have to do with a person's obesity, or all this we will cover tomorrow. And yeah.
Yeah, sir. Hi, sir.
Hi, sir. Good
Yeah,
evening.
good. What exactly you did to in those 5 seconds or 10 seconds?
No, sir. We just connected with our mobile. That's it. There was
Okay.
some glitch in the software of laptop.
Okay, fine. So just introduce yourselves and share your excitement.
Sure, sir. Thank you. We are Anusha and Naresh. We are from Kurnool. Actively building community with WOW. She works as an assistant professor, and I work for a government organization. So first Anusha will share her story, then I'll take over.
Hi, good evening. Myself, Anusha Naresh. Presently working in the WOW community as a wellness coach, and also working as an assistant professor in one of the group of institutions. Basically, మేము ఎందుకు వచ్చాం ఈ కమ్యూనిటీకి, why we came into this community అంటే మా పిక్చర్స్ చూసింటారు. All of you saw our pictures, like how we are obese and what. By the age of 25 to 28, we were like that. I think that age is like a very big dream to all the people to be like glorious and all these things. But మేము అప్పుడు అలా ఉండేవాళ్ళం కాబట్టి we tried so many things to reduce our weight firstly. And we tried so many ideas, and also some people gave us some ideas about the weight loss, and we tried everything, but we didn't got any best results. And apart from all those things, I am having, because of my overweight, I'm having my L3 and L4 compressions. That is the main reason which I suffered a lot for the back. I mean, with this obesity. So, and when we came to know about this community and all these things also, we were like, we'll see how we will reduce our weight. So after coming into this community and doing all this sort of physio, and by seeing the results, we were really shocked. Seriously, and both of us are like, how can we reduce weight? Seriously, is it possible or not? Whether it is like any dream for us. So later we came to know, like, okay, it's like a genuine science. Even though I am from the science background, I know about the science which we are dealing in the past, but I don't know how to apply that science to the body. So after learning and after listening to the science and after knowing all these things, we were like totally shocked. I mean, we are like in a phase of like, there is something beyond what we don't know, all these things. So we later came to all these things slow by slow, and now we are actively participating and actively building our community. Like, our main motto is like, so many people are being there out with all these problems, and mainly I was focusing on PCOD, which is the main booming and emerging problem in the 18 years girls, I mean after menstruation. So I thought to give solutions to so many people. In that path only, I was building so many I was getting into so many problems, and I was giving them the solutions, and we are getting, I mean, మేము చాలా కనెక్ట్ అవుతున్నాం దీంట్లో, అంటే టు ద పీపుల్ అవ్వచ్చు, టు దిస్ ప్రాసెస్ అవ్వచ్చు. సో దిస్ ఇస్ ఆల్ లైక్ మ్యాజికల్, అండ్ ఇట్స్ లైక్ ఎ డ్రీమ్. ఫస్ట్ మేము సన్నగడమే, ఐ మీన్ మేము వెయిట్ లాస్ అవ్వడం, ఇట్స్ అ వెరీ బిగ్ డ్రీమ్ ఫర్ అస్. అది మేము ఆల్రెడీ అచీవ్ చేసాం కాబట్టి వీఆర్ సో హ్యాపీ. అండ్ ద నెక్స్ట్ ఫుల్ఫిల్లింగ్ సో మెనీ పీపుల్, అంటే వాళ్ళ డ్రీమ్స్ ని కూడా అండ్ వాళ్ళ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ ని సాల్వ్ చేస్తూ కూడా వీఆర్ లైక్ హ్యాపీ విత్ ఆల్ దీస్ థింగ్స్. And coming to the building of community part and using the Instagram, he will take over and he'll explain you earlier.
Yeah, thank you, Anusha. That was awesome. Really, we tried so many ways to reduce weight, but we were sick and tired of doing everything else on the internet. The best part about this community, what we loved about this community, but I would like to emphasize on 3 things to be precise. Number 1 is the experience we got in this community, the personal touch. Naren sir, when he took us, to mentor through our weight loss journey, he treated us like babies. I literally troubled him so many times. Why is my weight stuck? I'm not losing weight. Even though I lost some 5-6 kilos, I used to ask him, sir, why is my weight stuck? He answered us very patiently, and for every question, he was there for us. So we can look up to someone. That personal touch that impacted us like anything. The same things we are implementing with the people we are taking, whom we are taking under our wing to, coach them in the transformational journey. And number 2 is the education. The words. Yesterday, Naren sir spoke about the insulin. We frequently listen to the word insulin when we talk to a diabetic, actually. So we don't stress the word insulin, but here the science and the results, it's not just about the theory, it's in the results. Results speak more louder than the just words. So we experience that, and by seeing our transformation, our friends, relatives, they started asking us, like, how did this happen? Because they have been watching us like since 5-6 years. We trying to lose weight. The biggest motivation to me to go through this transformational journey was our marriage picture. We are actually taking a transformation to the next level now. Probably we'll release it as a couple transformation pic later. So at that age, at that time, I was in the worst shape of my life. I kept it as a motivation, and it worked out with this education. And the last thing about this community building I want to talk about is the impact they're creating on people's life. That impacted me, literally it's like a dream come true moment. Everybody, after understanding the potential of what we have got, after understanding all the science, all the transformations in our life, so we literally wanted to help people. That became a second nature of us right now, because when we listen to someone, like, we get into their shoes, and we get to think like how we can help these people in the best way possible. That is, that is reflecting in our community numbers. Financially, we are growing, mentally, spiritually, every which way. The mentorship. The third thing I would like to emphasize is a right mentor. As just now Naren sir said, how do you define a right goal? How do you define whether you're in a right direction or wrong direction? It's just, you can introspect by, by the journey where you are headed in your life. Are you achieving what you want in your life, or are you away from what you want? Working hard, but still not achieving what you want. This thing majorly impacted us in our journey. And I would like to introduce a few wonderful people in our community. It's okay. Like, we went through the transformational journey, and it is one thing, and coaching other people and helping them transform is another thing. It's a peak of happiness, so without any delay, I would like to introduce to you all Mr. Gopal. Gopal, can you unmute? Yeah. Gopal, over to you.
Gopal, don't share your love story now. We're running short of time. Just your excitement of how it happened. Okay. You are muted.
Yeah, hi. Hi, I'm very happy to share my story with all of you. Already, my name is Gopal Reddy. I'm a little bit slow in English. It's a very big task to me to communicate in English. I'm working as an insurance advisor. I'm basically from Anantapur, Andhra Pradesh. Before I tell you what happened to me with WOW community, let me tell you about my past. I don't know is this right or wrong to share this, but I will tell you everything. But from my intermediate days, almost 2012, from 2012, I am a heavy drinker and I'm a chain smoker. I eat a lot of junk food outside daily. So literally, I damaged my body like hell. After my marriage, from last 2 years, a lot of stress I have, and no physical activity I'll do, no proper sleep I have. One day I saw a Facebook post from Naresh sir about his transformation story. So then I connected to Naresh sir for weight loss, just for weight loss. So then Naresh sir said me that get your blood reports. After blood reports, you do consultation for me. I explains a lot of science which you are learning from last 2 days, but I didn't understand anything because I'm not interested about that science. I'm just interested about how to reduce my weight. That's it. But after explaining the last science, Naresh sir give me a meal plan and everything. He take care me about that 90 days. He take care me like a child. He is available every time on call. He clears me all of my doubts. I just say I love you to Naresh sir because I changed a lot of. It's not about just 25 kgs. My back pain is I'm relieved from my back pain. Having quality sleep, having peace in my life. Before this, I'm literally. Before this, literally, my life is not good. It's like hell. I'm having a heavy angry, scolding my wife, my parent, family. క్లమ్జీ ఉండేది అసలు నాకు. సో ఇప్పుడు చాలా హ్యాపీగా ఉన్నా. ఈ వావ్ ఫిలాసఫీ నచ్చిన తర్వాత చాలా హ్యాపీగా ఉన్నా. విత్ ఇన్ 90 days I lost almost maybe 20-25 kgs between. I don't remember that number, but I transformed a lot. Back to my intermediate days. And after this, I learned some science, what's happening like magically. So with that science, I'm helping now to my father to become healthy. My father is extremely obese, more than me, and he suffered with sleep apnea and obstructive pulmonary diseases like COPD, type 2 diabetes, breathing issues, knee pains, edema, skin allergies, lot of health issues my father have. So I literally cried a lot of times about my father's situation. I don't have sleep in lot of nights by seeing my father's situation. I have a lot of tension about my father. Sometimes one time he had admitted in ICU in 4-5 days. I'm literally worried and I'm crying about my father's situation. But after my transformation and after knowing some science, I am very excited, and I applied to my father all these science. Now he is becoming healthy like anything. He reduces almost 14 to 15 kilos weight loss in 90 days. Not just weight, he become healthy when he's like 10 years before. He's not using some tablets now, and he's not using CPAP machine where he's used to everyday night. He's not using CPAP machine. So basically I'm very tensioned, and I'm searching internet, I'm consulting doctor about my father's situations, and I'm trying to give healthy life to my father, but I can't. But after this after this my transformation, and after I'm introduced to this community, now I am helping to my father to becoming healthy. He's rocking like this, and every day becoming more healthy. I'm very happy now. That's it. I'm really very thankful to WOW community. I don't have words to show my gratitude to WOW community. Definitely I will be with WOW community. I will join my hands to share this science to lot of people, and to lot of people who are suffering with health issues. Just to share last one word, The recently last week I heard one news that one of my relative, my friend, like my neighbor, one sister, he admitted in ICU with a severe illness that is caused by some pancreas. I think, I don't know, some pancreas. Who doctor said that only heavy drinkers will be admitted to that case. So, and one more thing, yesterday I heard from my mother, in my village, one 18 years old guy has sudden stomach pain and is suddenly dead. So this is bothered me a lot, and I'm very thankful Wow community is creating awareness in people and helping to people to be healthy. Thank you, Wow community. I will be definitely with Wow community to share health in people's lives. Thank you for giving this wonderful opportunity to share my story. I think it will be
Thank you, Gopal. See, that is the power of story. Okay, once you ask people to share story, I mean, nice that we did not ask him his love story. I mean, you would have made us be awake the whole night. Naresh, we'll do one thing. Actually, other stories that you have got, we will do it tomorrow. Okay. So, guys, I think tomorrow, you if you have any questions, maybe give it a thought, sleep over it, because it's for you, it's like a career, right? Career. If you're taking it as a career, you should ask questions first of all. Any questions that let's try to handle few questions tomorrow post my talk. So thanks Naresh and Anusha for your insights, and thanks Gopal, you've been doing absolutely awesome. So good night.